I'm hearing you out. Owl's sleeping.
Owl's slipping. I misspelled that. Wait. Are you okay, my guy?
When you can't sleep, when you're having a really good night's sleep, when you're sleeping really good, when you can't not sleep. I have literally flopped onto a couch like this before, and like my family was like, "Is he drunk? Is he having a hangover?" Oh, here's an explanation. I've just discovered that baby owls sleep face down like this because their heads are too heavy. Also, I don't think I've seen owls' legs before. Yeah? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, the shit you guys are getting me to look up. I'm loving this. Have it good.
Random people you'll find in friend groups. 1. The boring one who will become an average member of society. 2. The quiet one who isn't quite sure how they ended up there. 3. The 2 who are clearly way better friends than everyone else. 4. The obnoxious one who does wild and weird things no suburban teen could ever dream of, such as jumping on and licking things. 5. The 50-50 friend who will either be the life of the party or say something extremely cringy. 6. The funny one someone should probably check up on. And 7. F***ing Dylan.
If the purge was real, what's the first thing you would do?
Oh God, I would go into auto repair shops, right? And I would take tools so I can go down to McDonald's and fix the ice cream machines myself. I have never, not once, ever tasted a McDonald's ice cream because just like me, the ice cream machines have been broken since '97. Do you know what I'm saying? I've never ever tasted a McDonald's ice cream. The taste has always been a McMystery, right? Second, I would find the person who created the song, What You Know About Rolling Down in the Stop, because that song follows me. I can't escape it, and I don't know why. Third, I would mix Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles together in the same bowl. What, you think I'm a monster? It's a purge. Anything can happen at this point.
Hello fans of TikTok, we need to have a little bit of a talk. So I don't have dissociative identity disorder, I have borderline personality disorder, but I have a very special someone who does have dissociative identity disorder, and they've educated me very heavily on this throughout the months. So first off, dissociative identity disorder is a very rare disorder, and it's very, very hard to diagnose, and it's usually diagnosed later in life. So then why is it so many 12 to 14-year-old fandom kids on TikTok have DID? Just saying. I just want to emphasize how hard it is having DID. As someone who has watched a very important person of mine struggle with it, it's not good, and it's not something to be glorified. He really, really struggles with it on all aspects of his life. It's very severe. How can that not be clear to people? It is not something that your fandom should just jump on. Same with depression and anxiety and borderline personality disorder. Stop jumping on mental illness. This is important and not enough people are talking about it. DID is very serious, and it's not for your fandom, and it's not cool.
Making a Tim Burton film, let's do a Mad Lib, give me a children's book.
Curious George.
All right, but who shouldn't see the movie?
Children.
And then give me the one guy you already know I'm asking for.
Johnny Depp.
Okay, put a funny hat on him.
Top hat.
What's the weather?
Cloudy.
And what's the music?
Gothic orchestra.
And just give me a complexion.
Pale.
All right, Tim Burton's next film is an adaptation of Curious George, but it's not for kids, because guess what he's curious about? Murder. He kills his owner and buries him in the floorboard. The local inspector, played by Johnny Depp in a top hat, comes over to investigate. On this cloudy night filled with pale characters, George slowly loses his mind and decides to kill Johnny Depp as well. But when he goes to stab him, he misses and falls from a clock tower to his death. And then Johnny Depp, to the sound of Danny Elfman's gothic orchestral score, says, I guess it was curiosity that killed the monkey. The credits roll and we make fucking money.
There's no tags in this video. No description. That means if you're seeing it, well, you're gay. That's right. This is a gay porn account. So if this is on your For You page, the algorithm knows you're a raging homosexual. Enjoy having sex with people of the same sex.
Oh man, now that looks good. What are you doing? Where's the whipped cream going? I don't understand what's happening. Where? Not the peanuts. Why are you doing this? The caramel. Okay, that's okay. The caramel, we've got sprinkles and ice cream. We're good with that. You're not going to take the sprinkles away? No, don't do it.
Hurtful writing tips that nobody ever told you and you don't want to hear, but you gotta hear it. Stop giving your characters trauma if it doesn't relate to the story or doesn't help them progress in the story. If you just give them trauma just because you want them to be edgy and unique, that's just giving me information that most of the readers don't care about. Stop giving your characters reasons to be dicks. It seems in every story you get an inside look into the bully's life, and the bully has a really shitty life with really shitty parents. Just accept that some people are just dicks. Not everybody with depression is extremely attractive and extremely edgy. Not everybody with schizophrenia is out of their fucking noggin. And not everybody who's autistic is, ooh woo, I'm a small bean with autism, I'm so confused. Not all gay guys are attractive, white, and skinny. Name a couple of your characters' boring names. Name them David. Name them Robert. Yes, those names aren't attractive, but it just makes the other characters' names seem so much cooler. Not everybody has an amazing, badass sounding name. And there's more ways to write trauma other than an abusive parent. Like for part 2.
Okay, whatever you do right now, stop scrolling. I'm gonna give you a major life hack that makes you superior to everybody that surrounds you. Like, I found this out yesterday, and it was hilarious. But basically, you just get an outfit that looks like this. Like, just try and get an outfit that, like, makes you look edgy, you know? And then basically, just go to some kind of store, I guess? Like, for me, I went to an ice cream store. And because the people can't see your face, something goes on in their brain. I don't know all the scientific facts, but basically, they just kind of don't know what to do. Like, they don't know if you're looking at them, they don't know if you're looking somewhere else. So they might catch a few glances at you. And they'll be kind of scared. So what you do is that if somebody just goes, like, you know, you just go, and it will freak them out. And I only know this because I did it yesterday.
So a lot of Americans have a hard time removing their caulk. Caulk can be quite hard and sticky when it's all over the walls and tile. You might need a couple tools to remove your caulk. This kind of one looks like a boot, so you can kind of, kick the caulk away. Kind of cool little triangles that you can scrape your caulk. These are like kind of digging tools if you want to dig your caulk out. This is like some extra blade tips. This is really new and innovative. This is if you have like really thick, caked on hard caulk and you need a way to get your caulk off.
Every time I say I like big niggas, people think I'm capping.
As a member of the Big Boy Council, I would like to speak. Reason number one, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but for years, as a big boy, we've been getting dissed on and rejected because of our weight. Like, I literally remember girls coming up to me in middle school asking me out as a fucking joke. Stemming from that comes a trust issue of, do you fuck with me or is my weight going to be a problem? We can't ignore the fact that there is big boy season and 90% of these women only fuck with us in the winter. And then most, not all, of the chubby chasers out there only like a specific type. They like the buff guy who kind of let himself go, doesn't really have a belly, but it's soft enough to cuddle up to and rub on, you know? Like, for years, there's really just been such a negative stigma around big guys. With all that being said, when a woman of your caliber comes up to one of us flirting or saying you like big boys, yeah, it's hard to believe.
Whoa! The sword has spoken! A hero hath been chosen. It is all here. Prophesied within the ageless book of the elves.
Wait, you're saying that I'm
the only one with the power to save the realm from darkness.
This can't be real.
I assure you it is. It's not some common myth like climate change.
What?
You must seek the portal of Miranthil and unite the 12 element gems of the Soul Crown. Fire, ice, dreams, ranch dressing.
No. You said climate change is a myth?
Unlearned traveler. Thought you climate change real?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of data that...
Oh! And pray tell, Who do you think is paying those scientists,
Research
The
organization?
deep state! Chosen hero, you must listen to me. You cannot be influenced by the seductive lies of the Dark Ones and the lamestream media. Focus on your quest, battle the Whisper King, and save the fairies of Zintharia.
Okay, I don't know if you understand how on the nose this is. You're telling me what to do from an old book while you deny science.
You want to talk about science? Let's talk about gender.
Oh, no. I don't want to talk about...
I'm just saying, like, I want to identify as a Minotaur, so now I'm just a Minotaur? Where's my giant horns? What about my labyrinth that I'm sentenced to guard for 1,000 years? I just get surgery? Is that what these people want? Labyrinth assignment surgery? I mean, come on.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this quest, I guess.
Chosen hero, wait. Take this.
Oh, God! I have a sword! Why would I need a gun?
It is the only way to defeat Golgrath, the spider serpent.
Okay, that can't be true.
It's all within the ageless book of the elves. Here, look.
That's triggered by Donald Trump Jr.
Well, you have a right to defend your property from the Dark Ones.
Oh, they're coming from our property now?
Our property, our women, our jobs. They were set free, released by the ancient curse of the 13th Amendment.
Oh, those Dark Ones.
Yeah, and you know, they're all running around protesting now because the police are just doing their jobs, getting rid of all...
You know that I'm a black person, right?
You don't sound...
I don't sound what?
Well, you know, I mean, you're like...
No, what were you gonna say? I don't sound...
You know, you're very articulate for...
Articulate?
Okay.
As opposed to what? No, go ahead.
Oh, the quest!
Oh, the quest. Okay, the quest.
You need to go to the Crystal Mountain of Crystalath, and...
Are you just making up a quest to buy time to pat around for the gun?
Are you wearing a hoodie?
Alright, I'm done. Racists.
What is your least favorite fantasy trope?
Magic without rules or consequences. There are plenty of reasons to dislike Harry Potter outside of J.K. Rowling's classism, racism, sexism, transphobia, and anti-Semitism, but the magic is kind of what bothers me outside of all of that. Because it is never firmly established what the limits of each individual wizard are. Because it's like, oh, Dumbledore is super powerful, but also like, why? Does he know a bunch of spells? Is he able to complete a bunch of spells? Is he able to complete a bunch of spells without running out of, like, spell juice? There's no mana system, there's no realm of souls, there's like nothing that powers the magic, it's just kind of there. And don't come at me with the deep lore shit. I know you've probably seen my Bionicle videos and know that I'm a deep lore person, but in terms of very basic rules for a world, that should not be deep lore. This is why I tend to gravitate towards sci-fi, because you can't really say a wizard did it. There are sci-fi equivalents to that, but it's a lot harder to justify those. Yeah, that's all I got. Follow my page, I make music and Bionicles.
People are like, stop sexualizing this anime character. They're a minor. And yeah, I agree with that. Because, like, that makes sense. You shouldn't sexualize minors. That's a bad thing. But then go. Okay, say I whip out my pen. I'm gonna just drop. A nice pair of gazongers. And I say they belong to a 15-year-old girl. Do I go to jail? That's the social dilemma.
Alfred, call the guy.
Petty mortals, your world belongs to Darkseid.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Oh, hey, Clark, hold on. Robin's got this. Robin? Yeah, no, don't worry about it. He's new. You got this. Come on, kid. I'm like 35, but whatever.
You send a petty mortal to fight. Do you not know that you face a god?
Yeah, cool, whatever, man. Oh my god! What? Were you not expecting that? His head, it just cracked! Of course it fucking cracked! The head's about the same density as a watermelon! Dude, I thought you were gonna knock him the fuck out or something, not turn his head into a blooming onion! But then you should have specified that! Oh god, that's disgusting. Fuck, Robin, we don't kill! I'm actually not sure he's dead, let me check again. No! Why would you do it again?
Being mentally ill keeps things spicy. Every 3 minutes I feel like my brain refreshes and then there's a completely different vibe in there. Just a few minutes prior I felt like I was the lowest of the low. Garbage. Dirt. Loam. What about now, you ask? Well, now I can surpass God and she wouldn't even think of trying to stop me.
I think my kid's just faking everything for attention. Then give it to them. No, I'm serious. Let's debunk this really quickly. Positive attention is not wrong at all. It's actually a very big necessity. Otherwise, kids feel neglected. And that neglect will lead kids to go quite literally anywhere into anyone for attention. Most of the time, it's not positive attention. It's just any type of attention. And that attention can turn into drug addictions or really trying to do quite literally anything to test the bounds of how far can I go before you actually pay attention to me instead of just shipping me off somewhere. It's a very interesting concept. I think we should really be asking the question of why don't you want to give attention? Why can't you give attention? Do you have some neglect? Just saying. Your kid's fine.
If you were a mad scientist with no ethical or moral dilemmas, what is one
Okay, so this is not going to make the world better. I'm not going to pretend like it will. So here's the scenario. You take a baby, freshly minted, new baby, right out of the womb. Never, he hasn't processed anything. He hasn't any time. You throw a VR headset on him, all right? You start Minecraft. You raise him in Minecraft. All right, I've been having this discussion for years with my friends. What would happen? So you raise this child in Minecraft. You simulate everything. He breaks, everything around him is creepers and skeletons. And then when he's 18, you take him to New York City, just the middle of the street, and you take the headset off and you watch what happens. I feel like that would be funny.
Okay, fine, we'll do a part 3. Donkey Kong is your burly bearded friend with tattoos who's just like a big teddy bear. He used to say he didn't talk politics, but over the last 4 years, he's picked a side, and that side is Antifa. He will absolutely punch a Nazi in the dick. Toadette was raised in a moderate Presbyterian household in the Midwest, but considers herself solidly left-wing as an adult. She voted for Hillary in 2016, canvassed for Warren in 2020, but if you press her right now, she'd say she's a Democratic Socialist. She also has a huge girl crush on AOC. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Wario and Ted Cruz in the same room at the same time? No, you haven't. Just like Clark Kent and Superman. Yes, that means Wario is the Zodiac Killer. Does this look like a man who even knows who the president is? No. Think about it. Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom has adventures except him. They fight over kingdoms, and he never joins them. He doesn't care. The dude just shows up when it's time to go golfing or play soccer and does inappropriate taunts. He's pure chaotic id with absolutely no self-awareness.
So, Tokoyami, I've got a question. Go ahead. If Mr. Aizawa erased your mutation quirk, what would you look like? Wait a minute. Kaminari, you gotta stop putting Ida on the fritz like this. Please pardon my exclamation. What I mean is that he can't do that. Yeah, Mr. Aizawa said our first day of classes that he can't erase a mutation quirk. Wait, he can't? Yeah, if he used his erasure on me, I wouldn't be able to move my tail as much, but it wouldn't disappear. So in short, my visage would not change under his gaze. Still waiting on that poetry book, dude. Stop it, Shoji. Okay, but if he could, I'd probably return to my original form of a demon-raven hybrid. Wait, really? No, you dimwad, I'd be a human. Props for the pun, bird brain. I mean, we know what Dark Shadow would look like as a human. Yeah, a little girl a couple years older than Eri. And she is so incredibly precious. And also quite tenacious. Bakugo's like her big brother now, right? Huh? Yes, she sees Bakugo as her older brother and Todoroki as her boyfriend. Wait, hold on. You both do not have a choice in the matter. What? We'll accept your roles or I will smite you where you stand. Damn.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! This is not a dance!
If there is one thing in the music industry that you do not want to look into, otherwise you'll fall under the same rabbit hole me and my friend did, don't look into the theory that Revitalized was Eminem's last album, and that after he made the Revitalized album, he died some way, somehow, and the Eminem that came back 9 years later with an album that sounds nothing like the old Eminem,
is actually a clone of the old Eminem. And don't look into the fact that for $50,000, they can clone your pet cat and dog. They can clone it perfectly, and they can actually cause the animal to age faster than usual to get it to the age that you want. Don't look into it. It's a huge rabbit hole, and me and my friend found out stuff that we didn't really want to find out. I'm not going to say Eminem's a clone, but there's a lot of evidence there. Especially if you look into the lyrics of his revitalized album, especially if you just study the lyrics closely and look at what he's really saying. It's a really big rabbit hole. It's a really big rabbit hole. Don't go down it.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Part 32 of me explaining anime in the worst way possible. A quick YouTube tutorial on how to get white hair in the fastest way possible. All these kids did not need to have mechs, all they needed to have was a therapist. A pathetic group of orphans decide that they're going to hunt and fight Michael Jackson.
What do unvaccinated kids and a Caulk have in common?
What?
They don't make it past 12.
Everything. What do Democrats and Republicans have in common?
What?
Systematic racism.
Hey, that's some real shit right there.
My ex-girlfriend's like a box of chocolates. She'll kill your dog. You ever heard of that show Naked and Afraid? Yeah. That's what I call hide and seek with my uncle. Bro.
Oh, shit. A lot of you guys have been asking for it, the ultimate battle of Shaggy versus Carl Weezer. Let's go! Like, dude, it's time. The ultimate battle. Yeah, but like, dude, we totally wiped out all the anime universes. Now that all the weaklings are defeated. Kakarot! You heard what he said about us? Shut up, Vegeta. Deku, I can't feel my legs. Now you know how it feels. Use Ultra Instinct, Shaggy. Like, dude, it's time. Yeah, Jimmy's yeah, but like, ready? Come at me, bro. Yeah!
My generation had mosh pits. Your generation has safe spaces. We are not the same. Fucking bollocks. I will put money on that these people have never stepped foot in a single fucking mosh pit. Because if you don't think a mosh pit's a safe space, you're a fucking idiot. And anyone who's a part of the scene will tell you the fucking same. You see, these are the kind of people who think a mosh pits are about fighting and kicking people to fuck. Or acting the big guy in front of all his mates. Think you'll find, if you tried that shit at a metal show, punk show, or any show that involves a mosh pit, your ass will be ejected quicker than you fucking got in. There's 3 rules to a mosh pit. 1, somebody falls, you pick them up. 2, see someone getting touched inappropriately, then you kick the fuck out of them, and then they get ejected. 3, everybody has a good time. Music scene is a family, and those mosh pits are our family gatherings and safe space.
What's something you have no way of proving but you believe to your core is true?
Bigfoot is not a fucking supernatural cryptid, he is someone's fursona. Specifically, this motherfucker, right here. Now I know what you're thinking, but John, that's not a neon green fox, and that is because that photo was taken in the 60s, and vintage fursuits...
Yes, I did spend valuable time Googling vintage fursuits.
Vintage fursuits were a lot more realistic and animalistic. Additionally, according to this heat map of furries... Yes, I also had to Google a heat map of furries. According to this heat map, the location of that image, Northern California, is sort of a significant spot for furry activity. So in conclusion, this is not a supernatural cryptid. That is someone in their fursuit who got caught on camera and is now too scared, too proud, or too dead to reveal the truth.
Okay, practical joke I came up with this weekend that I think would be hilarious. 2 things. You have to be a black dude with a really white guy name. And then you go to a party with a bunch of white people, or just at least a few white people, and you tell only one white guy that your name is something like really stereotypical, like Laquarius or something like that. And then for everyone else, your name is just like Jake. And eventually, obviously, the white guy's gonna be like, yeah, Laquarius over there, and everyone's gonna be like, his name's Jake. That's racist as fuck. And then when he comes to confront you about it, be like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I always told you my name was Jake. I guess when you're white and racist, you just hear what you want to hear. Shame.
What I think different horror icons smell like. No, I don't know why I'm making this, so don't ask. First up is Pennywise. Shit. He lives in the sewer. He smells like shit. Next up, Jason Voorhees. A lot of people would automatically assume rot, but my brain immediately thinks mud and like stagnant pond water. Freddy Krueger smells like KFC. Let me explain. The entire human body burning smells disgusting, but just the skin? I'm just saying, Freddy smells crispy. I don't know what to tell you. Michael Myers is that fucking hospital scent that is like, look, it's clean, but it's an artificial clean and it's not right. Chucky smells like plastic and incel rage. Bubba Sawyer smells like barbecue. I ain't gonna explain myself further, you know I'm right.